Hello, it's Mr. Welcome back to another video. Now, today we'll be looking at the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta. Today I'm just going to do like a quick review on it while I've got some gameplay in the background with me and my friends, just pretty much just playing a game. Anyway, moving on from that, we'll be looking at different specializations. So pretty much you get different characters, and these are specialist characters, and each character has different abilities slash perks similar to how Destiny does their subclasses. So you get one weapon perk and then one ability perk. So the first one you're going to meet is obviously probably Ruin. Ruin is pretty much similar to the Titan or the Arc Titan in Destiny. His weapon is gravity spikes. Spikes that can create an explosive shockwave when slammed to the ground. Pretty much when slammed to the ground they can go up to about 4 players I've seen. Maybe 5 if they're lucky, and 6 if everyone's grouped up and they're stupid. Anyway, moving on from that, ability is Override, a cybernetic leg augmentation that enables a temporary burst of speed, which means pretty much you get a giant sprint boost for about, I think it's about 30 seconds, and it's pretty fast actually. Not too fast, but it's fast enough. Then the next class would be Outrider. Now, Outrider, a lot of people kind of got a big hype for this one because this is the one with the bow. And obviously the Outrider weapon is the Sparrow, which is the bow. A compound bow that fires bolts with increasing force the longer it is drawn and explodes enemies on impact. So pretty much this bow, when it hits someone, it will literally just shred them apart, and then it will explode after it. So like, if the bow is fully charged and you hit someone, it will kill them instantly and ripping them apart. Then it will explode afterwards, killing anyone on top of that. Which is actually pretty awesome, to be honest. I've used it, but in a gunfight, bow versus guns, you can guess where it's going to go and you're probably going to lose. But the thing, if you do manage to get some hits on this and manage to fire it at people, it's going to explode in the end after about 5 seconds. So yeah, it comes down to, even if you die and you fired like 3 shots and it's hit like 3 enemies but not killed any of them, and then they explode after, either way it's going to be pretty fun. Ability is Vision Pulse on the Outrider. It's a sonic pulse that pings the surrounding area and reveals enemies within range. So pretty much it's a motion sensor. That's the best way I'm going to sum that up. After that we get the Prophet. Prophet is a cyborg. His weapon is called Tempest, a charge shot weapon that fires an arc of electricity, shocking targets and chaining to all nearby enemies. God damn it, I can't speak today. Anyway. The pretty much Prophet's weapon, Tempest, is pretty easy like to get the hang of, but because of its charge time, you normally end up getting killed just before it. But I did use it a bit. I did have a lot of fun. I did manage to get a double kill with one of the bullets, could change on to the next player, but it only changed on if they're pretty close. I would say within about a 3-meter radius. His ability is Glitch. Now this is the most popular thing probably about Prophet. Glitch is an ability to pretty much flash back to a previous position with the system's mod that hacks the battlefield simulation grid. So pretty much say like you're running along a wall here, you get shot, you're like, oh shit, I don't want to be here. You can just glitch and it will take you back. I would say it's to like normally the most level position, but previously around about 20 seconds before. Which is pretty handy, and if you're moving around and then say you're in a hallway and you run through that hallway, someone shoots you in the back, you tap it, you end up behind that person and you can kill them straight up, which is kind of fun. Next one we'll be looking at is Battery. Battery, his weapon is the War Machine, which was a previous score streak in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, the War Machine is now Battery's personal gun, and pretty much this grenade launcher fires a time-fused bouncing frag grenade which explodes on contact with an enemy. So basically you get the initial frag grenade that gets fired at the War Machine, and it hits the ground, bounces, splits into 3, they bounce once and then it explodes, or it'll just direct impact explode with the target. The ability of Kinetic Armor, a charged electrical reactive armor that simulates enemy bullets on contact, turning them to vapor which dissipates them harmlessly. Now, pretty much, what it doesn't tell you here on the Call of Duty website, but it will tell you in game, that it doesn't affect your head. So pretty much your head is still vulnerable to damage. Your chest is the only bit that's protected. So they can shoot you in the legs and you're still going to die. But if they shoot you in the chest, then that damage isn't going to be taken. Moving on from Battery, we will go to Seraph. Now, Seraph is, the weapon for her is Annihilator. A massive high-caliber revolver that fires a devastating penetration rounds. Now, this is very similar to Golden Gun from Destiny if you played a Hunter. Now, I think this gets 7 shots, and I think if the targets are close enough together, you'll be able to shoot through one person straight through into the next one and kill them straight up, which is pretty cool. But it's pretty hard to get a kill between each one because it has to cock the weapon every time it's fired because it's an actual revolver. But it is very powerful. Ability for Seraph is combat focus. While active, all score earned will trigger a bonus multiplier towards score streak. Now personally I haven't unlocked this, I didn't really see a use for it. But if you've used this, you'll know it's not that great, but it's definitely handy if you want to earn score streaks really quick, because you can use the Hardline similar perk. I can't remember what perk it is. I think it's anti-up. Yeah, that's it, anti-up. If you use anti-up with Seraph's ability combat focus, you can earn score streaks really quickly if you're in a hot zone and you're just getting assists, kills, and like damage points to whatever you're doing. The next character after Seraph is Nomad. Nomad weapon is Hive. Deploys pod traps which release a deadly swarm of nano drones when triggered. Now pretty much it's like a swarm of wasps, but these are wasps that eat you and then pretty much pull you apart and kill you like pretty, I would say, painfully. And yeah, it does show the gore in it as well, so if you're into gore, then there's your gore part. Ability Rejack. Recover from the position of your death with an injection of nanoparticle serum. So pretty much if you die, you have around about 35, maybe 45 seconds to choose whether you want to revive. Now, if you revive, you'll be able to get up straight into combat. But some players will just constantly shoot your dead body, because when you die as Nomad, a ghost, like, smoke bomb will go off when you've got this ability ready, which means players will be alerted to like that you can revive, which means they can just pretty much spray your dead body for until I just died here, and all that smoke around me there alerted to them that I was going to revive, and it pretty much caused me to get shot pretty much straight away instantly. On the other hand, there is times when it comes in handy, like where you die, you watch, wait a second, teammates kill them, then you get up and you keep the score streak and you keep going and you can earn the next score streak, and it's a really good way to kind of stay alive in the game, and definitely fun to use as well. There's some players that I noticed too. Moving on from that, we go to Reaper. Now Reaper obviously is a fully armatized weapon drone. Now his weapon is called the Scythe, an arm integrated quad barrel minigun. Now this is pretty damaging, I've used it myself, and downside is because your health doesn't increase obviously, even though you're a robot, you run around and pretty much it'll chew through enemies really easily. You'll be able to kill people pretty quickly, but again you can still die just about the same, and you'll die as easy as if you're using a normal gun. The ability is Psychosis. Infiltrate enemy DNI systems to simulate 3 instant copy or decoy Reapers. Now, I've used this, and actually, to be honest, it was pretty interesting. Each decoy, if the enemy destroys it, gives you 10 points. Then only you can actually shoot. The decoys will not shoot. So as soon as you shoot, normally giving away your position, they'll know which one it is. But it's definitely a lot of fun, and you can actually like trick some people. I only found one issue with this really, and that was when pretty much 2 decoys were activated at the same time. One of my teammates, one of my enemies, and they crossed over each other. And because they both are blue, I couldn't tell which one were the enemy decoys and which one were the friendly decoys until I actually got shot by the enemy. But I'm guessing maybe Trail could change this up later, so the enemy decoys will be a different color, like green, red, or whatever. Like normal things would be if there was a decoy for against the enemies. But it still won't be able to tell you who's a decoy or which one isn't decoy, because everyone, and even the person who's using the decoys, is blue as well. And if it was red for the enemies, then that person will be red as well. So it's still a mixture within 4. Anyway, the last class that you can unlock in the beta is Spectre. Now Spectre weapon is Ripper. Spectre deploys a mono-edged twin blades before gracefully dissecting victims with lethal surgical precision. Pretty much, I haven't unlocked this yet, and I'm hoping to unlock it soon because I'm just hitting level 39 today, and I can't wait to use it. But to be honest, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've seen some player use it, and it wasn't great, but he definitely did get a couple of kills. Now, his ability is active camo. Advanced metamaterials rapidly change their properties guiding photons over their surfaces instead of reflecting them, rendering Spectre temporarily invisible. Now this invisibility lasts around about 4 to 8 seconds. Pretty handy. I've seen it in use. To teammates, I can see it clear as day. What I've heard is to enemies, it's kind of similar to how Crisis 3's invisibility is, and it's pretty invisible. Anyway, there's the class reviews. There is one more class called Classified, but we don't know who that is yet. Hopefully I'll give a video on that later on. But today, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay of the Black Ops 3 beta. I've really enjoyed the beta so far. I'll give a review on the game in my next video. And thanks for watching, and have a nice day.